Hi, and welcome to Java tutorial of a data entry form developed using Eclipse. Now guys, I've just entered some details in here of this guy, so let's come in here, and all we need to do is, if you notice, we don't have the details of Shaka Shiken. So what we're going to do is let's click on add new. There we go, and that's Shaka Shiken right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reset, and let's enter another candidate details. And for your information, this is just an overview of how to develop a data entry form using Java Eclipse. So the name, let's say the name is Johnny Davis, and Johnny Davis live at number 75 Hill, let's say Top Road, Little Venice, London. So that's details of where Johnny lives, and telephone number of Johnny. There we go. Dates, I'm going to make that 12. Let's say that is 2019. And right here, let's select proof of ID is passport, and the date we're checking is data, and is actually paying quarterly, and that is the cost of quarter payment, and we have his postcode right there. Now if you notice here, we don't have Johnny Davis details there. All we just need to do now is click on add. There we go, Johnny Davis details now on board right there. The other thing we can do with this is we can delete. Look in here, we have Alan Day, we have multiple data of Alan Day. We can delete if we want. We have Tony Montana, multiple data as well, that can be deleted, and we can even print if we want to. There, I will cancel that because I don't have a printer on my screen. You can exit. No, I don't want to exit. This is just an overview. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Eclipse development environment, and we put together this beautiful Java tutorial together. Let's do that now, guys. Hi, and welcome to Eclipse development environment. I'm going to start by clicking on File, New, Java Project. And the next thing I want to do now is I want to give this project a name right there. I'll call it Data Entry Form Okay, might as well call it Forms. Now I want to click on Finish. Okay, now let's right click on our data entry form, this very one. Right click on it, and let's select New, and we're going to select Class, this very one right there, and there, this very class. I'm going to give it a name. I will call it Data Entry. I'll end up with a class there, data entry class, so that I will know what I'm talking to. Right there, data entry file. Click on Finish. There. I'm right in here. I want to be able to connect my SQL file right there. But before then, I need to create my database. So let's go straight into my database right here. This very database file, I'm going to provide the link for you guys to download it. It's right here. That is it. That's how it looks. Let's go back to Java, and that is it. SQLite 3. So while inside the SQLite, I'm going to click on New Database, and let's save this very database straight into this program I'm developing, or this project we're working on. So it's sort of like somewhere here. right there. Double click on that, and that is the project right there. Let's give this guy a name. Let's just call it data form, and that's all there is to that name. Click on create. Yeah, and let's call this table data form as well. Select the very first field. Let's give that a name. Ref number. Data type is text. The same thing, the next one is going to be first name. And the data type, I'm going to make that text as well. And I'll select the next one, surname. Data type will be text as well. In total, I'm going to need about 11 of those. So let's click again. That would be address. There we go. So I'm going to just speed that up and get back to you guys. And right here, guys, those are my fields created, and in here you can always see the SQL instruction that creates the database. I'm going to leave out the primary key. You can always click on it if you want. That's the primary key, but I'm going to leave it out. Just click on OK. That's it. That's my table created. Okay, you can browse and see that's the table. There's nothing in there, and that's all there is to the table. So we don't need the table anymore for now. I'm just going to close that and click on save. That's it, done. Back to my class, right in here in the class. The first thing I would like to do is to link the class straight to the database. But before I go any further, let's just do one thing. Come right up here, and I'm going to call the class immediately. Let's say import Java, right, dot SQL dot star, which means I'm actually importing everything. Now I'm going to import Java swing as well. Java or Javax dot swing dot import everything about Java swing. There, that is taken care of. Now underneath here, I'm going to create a public class. So you just call that public class public static let's connect our connection connect db, enter parentheses, curly braces. There we go. Change this to public. Now in here I'm going to start the whole process by entering try catch whatever error that I might run into. So that will be for name. Okay, for name, the name is going to be org dot SQLite dot JDBC. Close that. Enter semicolon. Then the next thing is I'm going to say connection equals con equals driver manager. So this is just to link this database. Driver manager is connection. What am I connecting to? I want to connect to as follows. So this should be driver manager, and that is going to be Let's enter a speech mark there. JTBC column SQLite column, and I'll need a location where the database that I've just created is. So let's get that location. Okay, click on the file, and right here, that is the location. Double click on it. That is the database that I've just created. I'm now going to hold on to the shift key right here, and right click, then select copy path, this very one. There we go. Okay, right in here I can now enter the location of that very database. There, that is it right there. I'm going to get rid of the quote and the backslash, and get rid of this very one at the end as well. There we go. Okay, and we need to enter a semicolon here and press enter. As you can see, the error is gone. That is it. That's the location where my file is. Okay, so your own location will be different from mine. We can just move this back so that you can see it all. Right. Okay, that is it, all taken care of. Now the next thing we want to do is, let's press enter there. We now want to, let's get this down. Yeah. Okay, right underneath here, what we now want to do is just to return. But before we can return, let me do one thing to just let the end user know that we are connected to this database. I'm going to say J option pane, so that will be dot show message, and the message is a show. Come on, I'm just going to type it out. Message dialog. And my message dialog is going to be, there's nothing to say, but I would like you to just display as follows: connection made. So that's just my message, and I'll just ask the system to return. There. Okay, now underneath here, let's enter cache. So the cache is just to help us to identify if there's any error, then the system will just display a message. So I'm going to ask the system itself to display a message for me. So I'm going to copy all of this. Let's copy the message details here and paste it right underneath here, but enter a curly braces, paste that right in there, and that should display a message for me. And this message is going to be connection error. So come right here. There we go. Right. We just ask you to return nothing here. Return is going to be nothing because there's an error. There we go. Alright, that takes care of that. Okay, that's my class created just for you guys to see it all. I'm going to just press enter here. There should be a plus there. That's it automatically. That's my class created. Now let's come back right here, and in here we're going to create as follows. So let's go back to our projects. Not this one, this is our project there. Data entry forms. Right click on the data entry forms, new, and we now want to select other right here. Okay, and inside other we want to select window builder. If you don't have a window builder, I already have a tutorial on how to reinstall your window builder right there. But the one I want is Swing Designer. That is it. Inside the Swing Designer, I'm going to select application window, click on next, and give it a project name. So I'm just going to call it data entry forms. Okay, exactly the same name. Data entry forms. Click on finish. There we go. Yeah, that's it. That's my data entry forms. And the other one, the very first one, is data entry class. That's it. This is data entry forms, and this is my form coming up. There we go. Okay, so now the form is ready. I'm now inside the code of the form. Scroll right down here, and here those are the dimensions of the form. That's the form is 450. I'm going to make that 1460, and that is for the width. The height, I'm going to make that 800. The coordinate, I'm going to make that 0 by 0. And the reason why I'm making it 0 by 0 is so that the form can start right from here, from up there to the left. I'm bringing it right here. So let's just go back to our design, and we should be able to see our form now coming up. There we go. If I decide to run this is what you guys will see right there, guys. That is my form, but I'm going to close that. Let's come right inside the form. So before we can do anything now, we go straight in there. Let's right click on it, and let's select set layout to absolute layout, this very one. I would strongly advise you to do that. And let's now go straight into the J panel here, drag it and drop it here, and that is it right there. Okay, scroll right down so that we can increase the size all the way. Okay, that's it, done. That's good enough for me. I'll move it up a little bit. Now what I want to do is, because if I click outside of it, I won't be able to see it properly. So select it. I will now go straight into the structure here, and let's change the structure of that. Let's go to the border. You see the border? Select the border and drop this down. Border type. Change the border type to something bevel border, and I'm going to make sure it's lowered. There we go. It is lowered right now. Look at it. Look at the shape. I think I like that. Alright, so I need about 3 of those. Arrange in a vertical order. Oh, sorry, in horizontal order. Okay, that's fine. Horizontal order, not vertical order. So I'm going to copy this very one. Right click, copy, and paste it right underneath here. Yeah, there we go. I have my second one there. So this very second one, I'm just going to select it, drag it that much. Now paste the next one, and this is the next one. There, pin it down. Right, let's drag it down. Okay, that's fine. Bring it down a little bit more. Just about that. Okay, I'm going to add a table. So let's come right here, select the palette, and let's click on table. Where is it? Right there. Click and just draw it right there. We have a table in there. You might not be able to see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it, and let's select surround width. or you can always come straight to the structure. Inside the structure, look at the panel. I have three panels, as you can see, 1, 2, and number 3 there, and this is the table. So right click on that table and let's select surround with, and I want to select the stroke panel here, there, and that's it. The stroke panel is now the parent of the table. There's the table and there's the stroke panel. So I'm going to select the table, make sure it's selected here, and the next thing we want to do is let's go to the model right here, click, and in there let's click on insert. There we have the first column, so I need 11 of those, so you can just type in 11 there if you want, and that's it. And I also want to increase the column by 1. They have first column there, so click on the very first column there, and inside the first column I'm going to enter as follows. That will be ref number. The second column would be surname or first name, okay, then surname, let's go back in there, back, so make sure the table is selected, and yeah, so the third one is going to be my address, the fourth, that is going to be telephone, fifth, let's make that registration date. Okay, that's fine. Just title, and the next one is going to be proof of address or proof of ID. Yeah, that's good enough. And followed by date. Let's come in here, select that, and we just enter date in there. This date is different from registration date, and in here I'm going to enter member type, and followed by member fees, member fee. Okay, and finally that's with the postcode. So that's my table taken care of. I can get rid of this now since I have all of that in there. Just click on OK, and right here that is it. So let's okay, it seems the plane is not set to. Let's select, just right click on the plane and let's select set layout, and the layer I'm going to make that absolute layer so that I can position the table how I want. You see, now the table is how I want. Just drag it, click, drag, there we go. Make sure all of the plane are absolute layer, else you will have the same problem. Okay, if you look at this one, I have to make the absolute layer, which means I have to make the other absolute layer as well. Okay, now the next one here, select and right click, convert it to absolute layer. There. Okay, that's fine. Everything is alright. I'm going to kind of like save, run it, and just see how the table looks like. There we go. That's how my table is looking now, which is not too bad. That's fine. Okay then. Close that. Now the next thing we want to do is just to add some buttons here. So let's come in here. I need about maybe 6 of those. So that's my very first button. Now I'll change the font to that. of that to about 18, and let's make this size. Let's come in here. I want that to be about, let's see, yeah, right here, the width. I made the width about 210. Yeah. And what about the height? Let's make the height maybe about 40, and let's see how that is gonna look like. Okay, 40, not bad. Yeah. I'm gonna right click and just copy it across, copy and paste. I will need maybe about 6 of those. So copy both. Copy and also paste it right in there. And paste one more time. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's good. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so the buttons are in place now. So the other thing I would need is I need some text box and label. So let's come back to the palette and we select label, one label there, and that should be text field, one text field here. So let's increase the font size of both component. I'm going to change this to bold, and that's going to be 18 as well. So let's see, let's change this, bold 18, and this one is already 18 anyway, so that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's change the content of that, the text value of that to I want to change that to reference number. So we have reference number in place, and this is going to be just that much. So that's the reference number as well. So this one I'm going to call it JTXT reference or ref number. JTXT ref number. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so we can just call it JTXT ref. So the next one, I'm going to copy all of these. So let's select them both. Okay, JTXT ref and the label. Right click and select copy. Now let's paste. I'm going to select all of those. Copy, paste. Right. Okay, that's not too bad. Move this down a little bit. Okay, that's fine. So this one is going to be, let's change this one to first name. Where is the first name? First name. And this is going to be JTXT first name. Next one is going to be JTXT surname. And the label is going to be known as surname. Now this is going to be known as address. Text is going to be known as JTXT text. JTXT address. Right. What I mean, collapse this. Then I can just copy. Now I'm going to actually need, yeah, just a couple of those. Actually, I only need one, and labels. Copy all of these labels. Copy, right, and let's paste here somewhere there. Okay, this I'm going to extend this the address, and this is going to be, let's extend all of this a little bit more, and this as well. Oh no, undo that. Maybe we have to do it individually. Right, that's not too bad. That's 284. Let's make this 284 as well. Yeah. And just drag this all the way. Okay, this is going to be known as telephone number. So let's change that to phone number or telephone. Right. And the next one, this is going to be known as registration date, and followed by proof of ID. With the date, I'm going to need one of these widgets here. Let's see, it's right, it should be right here. Let's change that to, I have calendar, right inside my calendar I have as follows. Let's see. Okay, you see right inside my calendar there's supposed to be some widget in there, or some objects in there for me to use. Okay, or if you don't have, you might not have J calendar. I don't think you will have it, so because I created that, you can remove it. See, I've just removed that now, but I'm going to create it again so that you guys know how it's done. So I'm going to right click on this panel here, okay, or this palette. Okay, right click there underneath there, and I need palette manager. Okay, and we come to import jar. I need that jar file. You see this jar archive, click on that and go to file system. Inside the file system, I've already downloaded this J calendar. Inside the J calendar, there's some other component there for me, so I'm going to click on open. Okay, those are the components. I'm going to select them all. Okay, and let's just click on OK. Yes, click on yes, and there we go. Okay, that is it right underneath here, and the component that I've added is all there. Okay, you guys, you won't have this, so I'm going to include the link so that you can copy that J calendar, and that J calendar will give you all of these other objects. Okay, so I'm going to click on OK. There's right there, but right now it's not. You won't be able to see anything. The only way we can see it is I'm going to save everything I've done. I will close this and reopen it again. So I'm going to click on exit. There. Now I'm going to reopen my Java or Eclipse IDE. Now launch it. Okay, it's been launched. So let's click on design. Click on design. Let's see. It's coming up. So let's go back to our J calendar there and see what we have in there. There we go, just like I told you. Right in there, it's kind of like refresh the whole thing. So all of those objects, they are right there. Now, see, this one is meant to be for date. So with the date, I'm going to select. Let's go for J date chooser. Click and just draw it right here. do that again. There we go. That is my date there, date picker. Okay, I'm going to make the size of that about 18 as well. Let's see if I can change the size. No, I don't think I can. It might be there somewhere, but let's see. Where is that? Okay, I can't find that. Alright, let's just increase the size of it, the length or the width of it. And increase the height as well to about that. Yeah, that's fine. Now for the proof of ID, let's go back to our palette as well. The proof of ID, I'm going to select a combo box. There's a combo box. Click and just paste that in there. You don't need to be worried about that because that is always there for you. Yeah, combo box is right there. Move this up a little bit. Now up here I'm going to need one combo, and I need this. I'm going to copy all of that, copy and paste them right up here. Okay, alright, just one more thing to do. I'm going to copy this again. I need it right underneath here. Right click, copy, and just paste it underneath. And there we go. And finally, I also need a label on a text box. Copy, paste right here. I will then change the names around. Alright, this one is going to be known as postcode. So come straight to the structure here. The structure, click on the structure, and that's going to be known as postcode. There. The text box, select the text box. That is going to be known as txt postcode. JTXT postcode. Right. So I'll just change this one to, let's change that to JTXT ME member fee. Okay, that's fine. And the next one, let's change this one to member fee. And followed by, change this to member type, JTXT member type. And the label, that will be member type as well. Right. Okay. That takes care of that. And here, that is supposed to be date. So I just change that to date. And that's going to be the text. Oh, this. I'm just going to leave that. Okay, that's one. And let's see this. What number is this? Okay. I'm going to change their names. Okay, this is going to be JTXT Shooter 2, and this one will be Chooser 1. Right. Okay. This is going to be JTXT Proof. JTXT Proof. Right. And this is just going to be telephone. JTXT telephone. Okay, so they are all named now. Right there. Okay, let's give all of these buttons a name. I'm going to select the very first one there, and let's just change that to BTN exit. And the text content, I'm going to change that. Undo that. I'm going to change that to exit. So let's come in here, change that to exit. Where is it? In exit. And this one, let's change this one to reset. And the variable name is going to be btn reset. This is going to be known as btn print. Okay, and the text name, there. So let's change this one to delete. Variable name will be known as delete. btn delete. There. Let's come in here. So we call this one btn update. Update. Text name will be known as update. And finally, the last button here, that's going to be known as add new. And the variable name is going to be add new, btn add new. Right, that's it all taken care of. So I'm going to run it so that you guys see how it looks like. There we go. That's how my interface looks for now. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.